Day 6 of rucking across California on a quest to a cure for CTD. This is Ruck for Rare.
Coming back late.
Coming back late. I feel like we've been gone a couple days. We haven't. We've been gone one day.
It's almost been 24 hours. We left at like 2:30. We got back at 2:30. It was 24 hours.
Yeah.
But we had to re-record, which is good.
Yep.
Good time.
It was an awesome podcast. Great guys.
Pretty brutal.
It's been some brutal days.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I mean, yesterday we climbed 4,500 feet nonstop for 17 miles.
Jeez.
Yeah. But we got to get some miles in.
I know. So I'm thinking from where we stopped with Brendan, that was 7 miles. We got to at least get it to that turn to Ridgecrest before dark. But literally right now we have 2 hours and we have to drive and we got to weigh in. Okay. So if we got to get there and we got to ruck. So let's start with our weigh in. And I know we said we were going to go over all of the donations first thing this morning. So we're going to have to wait. I can do it all when we get back.
192.
192. What is it with the rucksack?
$218.2. That's 26.2. Lucas, I got half of you, buddy.
There we go. Man, can you imagine what it'd be like just to carry around 218 pounds?
Oh my gosh.
Without a rucksack.
Holy cow.
Jeez.
Who does that?
It's 218.2. Wasn't yours 218.2?
Yeah. How cute is that?
Oh, so now you're like...
I'm trying to be like you.
Oh, dude, that's awesome. So sweet. All right. $247.
All right.
And if you use math, it makes numbers.
I gotta get my hoodie on. Whoa, chilly.
Yeah, it's a little trait, but
Let's go.
I like the hat.
Come on, what are you waiting for?
You gotta get Strava on, I don't count. 3, 2, 1, go!
Okay.
All right, but for real, you got a lot of miles to get on.
To Ridgecrest.
All right,
that's where we need to be.
Cross. Imagine this temperature when we were going uphill.
Oh, would have been awesome. But I think that's what made the hill so great, is it was so hot.
It was. I mean, that was a good test.
Yeah, this is pleasant.
All right, 24-hour reprieve. Podcast is done. And technically every day, we've still been making progress on the ruck. Let's get to that road to Ridgecrest. And then we said in the last video that first thing this morning, we were gonna go over the donations we were gonna match. But we didn't get back until this afternoon. Do you think we just wait? We got literally 2 hours and we do all the donations together. The question is, I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Okay.
Are you willing to double all the donations that you see since we didn't check it this morning? Or just hold to the first like we said?
So
which is more than fair.
Today's the second.
Today's the second.
Yeah, I mean, if there's stuff that comes in today because we haven't looked, I will match that as well.
You're gonna match it as well?
I'll match it as well.
All right, so guys, I know a lot of you that have donated past this cutoff weren't expecting it, but that's literally doubled the blessing. Okay.
Bring me a donation.
All right, let's get after it. I was looking at some of the grade on this, and again, we want to be smart, we want to be safe, but Man, if the temperature's like this, we might be...
We can hump a little bit.
We might be able to actually try a little jog. Like, this is joggable weight.
Oh, yeah.
I think we just kind of... Less than an hour to go. We've come down the mountain, and that wind that we were missing the other day,
It's here.
I think we found it. I've stared at this clay and dust as we drove by, and I've wanted to check it out. It's really firm, but how beautiful is the sand ripping across the desert plain in this valley. The sun is setting over the mountain ridge. My hat is blowing majestically away.
Oh, perfect.
I mean,
Yeah, this is, and the soundtrack I was listening to is just perfect. It's a beautiful day to get back on the road.
I know we're rushing like every day, but if we can't stop and appreciate these moments, we're gonna lose the last bit of sun here in a minute. But this has been a very memorable sunset.
Yeah.
We've got one more mile. Let's bust it out, and then we'll go look at those donations.
Let's do it.
Let's go. Ridgecrest. Got this.
All right. Furnace Creek,
Furnace Creek.
53 miles that way. Crazy.
That's wild. All right, this is our finish line for the day. Ready? Boom! 6.5 miles in the books. Windy day. Good day with the podcast. We've got a lot to figure out with the donations. Let's run back to the campsite.
Today was an easy day to like say, it's too late. Let's not get any miles in. But we got it in.
We did.
Now we're on the road to Ridgecrest.
Let's do it. Look at this road. That is our life for the next 3 days. That road. To camp! Woo! Whew. Another day rocking for rare,
A little chilly tonight.
cause we're men that care.
For a Cali day.
Kevin, what are we cooking?
Ribeye steaks,
Let's go.
Oh, do you know what?
asparagus. I got some fruit salad inside. Got all the spices. Ready to go.
Yes! Kevin keeps us alive. Jeff and I are like, we're just gonna put one foot in front of the other, and he's like, well, what about sleeping? What about eating? Where are you gonna lay down at night? All of these.
He tidies up.
Where are we gonna
Like,
go tomorrow?
What are you doing next? I'm like, we'll figure it out in the morning, boys.
Day 6, Ruck for Rare,
In the books.
in the books. The last 24 hours were kind of a little bit of a whirlwind.
Yeah.
Had to go to Vegas, had to stay the night, had to record in the morning, had to come back, and kind of faced with what do we do? We only have a couple hours. We got out there, and how many did we get in?
We got 6.5 miles in, and I've got to say that might be my favorite 6.5. It felt special. I know we were going downhill, but that valley section was just so beautiful. The way the sand was ripping into the sunset, like you could feel just the power of the wind in these mountain ranges, and the heat wasn't there. It's actually cold snap is coming in. There's going to be rain in Death Valley in a couple days.
We had an awesome breeze,
Yeah.
but still the sun was there. This windstorm was something like, again, I'm not out in places like this often. I will be now. It was beautiful. And it was good. We got to where we need to be. I wanted to get to the road to Ridgecrest.
Yep.
And so now Ridgecrest, we're 66 miles away.
Yeah.
We're not going to let it take any more than 3 days.
We can't. Now that you've done the podcast, I think it's time for us to start focusing in. We do have a bunch of games that we do need to catch up on with you guys with the donations. And we do have another special guest coming with us in the morning. He is another legend from the Beast Games, but even, I would say just even in his own right.
Dude,
like for this guy to come and hang out with you.
He's a special guy.
Yeah.
Like he's a guy who I got close to in the hotel. I played basketball with him before the game started. I'm like, oh, this guy's a great guy. And then he was in my short row bribe. And like when I saw him and I was on the other side, I'm like, oh, we got this row.
Yeah.
And after that, he's just a guy who I continue to connect with. It is 499 Jordan.
Great guy. He has a YouTube channel and everything else under Counting Countries. He travels literally all over the world just doing some of the most crazy and insane things. So obviously he was game to come here and help carry the weight. So we decided you were going to match, or you said you were thinking about something else.
I was going to match all the donations that came in through yesterday.
Yeah, and then we're going to read it this morning, but we read it late.
So then I said, okay, I'll match anything that comes through to today.
Okay.
And there's a couple of them that we need to kind of chat about first that came through.
Okay, let's go. What do we got?
Dan and the Drury family are going to take the weight off our backs for a whole day. They donated $10,000. I mean,
Thank you so much.
and Dan, thank you so much. And Dan's an athlete. Dan gets out there. Great guy, great family. It means a lot. It really means a lot to the entire CT community. So thanks so much. I can't wait to catch up with you over coffee. And we got some more. Let's go through a few more. The Cafferty family, $500. Amazing. Thank you so much. Let me pull up this other spreadsheet. Gomer and Jeeker, also known as Gomecat, who gave me the top 10 rules of what to do in a reality show.
Gomecat?
They gave out $289.9. Not a penny more, not a penny less. That's how they do it. Thank you so much. Nathan, Zach, Ashton, Carl, Sagar. Man, Sagar, a good friend of mine, is going to take the weight off our backs for an hour.
Whoa.
Oh, and by the way, with the Drury family and with Sagar, that means it's 2 days because I matched it.
In 2 hours.
In 2 hours. And we still haven't used Ryan Elliott's hour. So we have
4 hours of no weight in 2 days without no weight?
Yeah, so we can really make up some time.
Ooh.
Which brings us into a challenge. Could we get to Ridgecrest in 2 days? Okay. We'll sleep on it.
Whoa, that would be intense. If
Oh.
we decided to, let's see.
We'll think about it. A few others I want to call out. Steve Huber, thank you so much. A friend of ours, but a friend of Steidel. A special one. The guy we met on the side of the road, who we've seen twice in Death Valley, Eric, opened up his heart and donated the weight of Lucas. You are an absolute stud. I can't wait. We're going to see you again sometime on the road.
Oh,
I just know how it works out. So Eric, thank you so much.
Guy's a legend. We pull up and he's like, yeah, I just, kind of work here and just do it so I can hang out and hike in these incredible mountains. Like, just hangs out in this beautiful place.
Oh,
So appreciate what we're seeing right now. And was so friendly every time we've been here.
great donation from Joe, and he's saying, keep a lookout for AI research in this field. And I totally agree. I think it's going to help.
Thanks, Joe.
I love this. $1 from someone who calls himself the Broke Donator.
Thank you, Broke.
Means a ton. Supporting all the way. Michael, Stacy, Kyle, Lisa and Matt. We watched Beast Games together and we were moved by your story. They have a relative on the autism spectrum, so they understand it. Nick Davis, another Delta guy. Man, you guys are coming on strong. Nick Davis, thank you so much.
Thanks, Davis.
So just some amazing, amazing donors. And right now, when you look at it, we were at, let's add this up, $36,098.64 from the community. I was going to match it. So I'm going to match everything that's come in, and I'm going to add another $13,901.36, which brings us all the way to $86,098.64.
So you're gonna just casually donate $50,000.
Just going to casually donate a 50.
I love you.
I love you. And, you know, and this ultimately is to help find a treatment for
Let's go.
kiddos like Lucas. And the community is rallying around us. It's awesome.
Oh,
But
that's incredible.
it's fun to do this with you and with Harry and with Casey and with Rhino and Steidel and Brennan yesterday. And by the way, we haven't got we showed it yesterday, but Brennan donating $711.
Yeah. I mean, incredible.
It's incredible.
Incredible.
It's
Straight from the heart. And again, we're out here trying to do something, knowing we can't do everything. And just seeing you guys show up as a community. And again, we're here we're a small part of a bigger team that's just making this happen. Without you guys, we can only get so far. So we got to keep going, just one step at a time. So that's, what did you say, 89,000?
89,000. It's unbelievable. It's, I mean,
Oh my
like,
gosh. Okay, so we've missed a couple milestone checkpoints. Our last game was at 10,000. And we did talk about a game with for 20,000 with Brennan, but we talked to the full security team, and 4 people felt okay with it. 3 of them didn't, but ultimately head of security said no.
Yep.
For us, just because of a lot of the hidey holes. And again, we're trying to make up some time. So we are going to come up with a bigger game.
Yeah, but while you were napping, we had the game, and you kind of, I asked you about it, you kind of nodded, said, yeah, I'll do that.
Oh, good.
The game when we got to 86,000, Side and I were talking that, you know, you'd do karaoke. I said, hey, Jerry Bear, you'll do karaoke, we get to 86,000. You go, oh, yeah.
I remember
So,
that.
yeah. So we have a
Okay.
witness, couple witnesses,
Well, karaoke at Ridgecrest?
if not sooner.
Okay. Or karaoke or open mic. Fair?
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing.
We need a guitar player or something.
Stiff, you play the guitar?
I'm not really good,
I just need a guitar.
but I know.
So keep these interesting games, like throw them in the comments. We want to hear from you. What can we do that's exciting? Because we got about at least 11 more days to go.
Oh, yeah.
No, more than that.
We're just
12.
getting started. With that being said, thank you to everyone that has donated. This is coming out tomorrow, early in the morning, but we will be back on the road with Jordan. So make sure, pay attention to Instagram. We'll post stories and reels, but keep chasing us along, guys. There's a lot of miles to go.
Day 7 starts tomorrow.
Look for rare.